Hi everyone. Today we are going to be talking about the top 10 agricultural produce, tropical versus temperate agriculture. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are exploring a fascinating agricultural divide. Did you know that tropical countries produce and consume a greater diversity of plant products than temperate countries? Yet temperate nations, often more economically advanced, have the capacity to grow more volume. So, what are the top crops from each zone and why does it matter? List of tropical agricultural crops. First on the list is the rice, the world's most consumed grain, also known as Oryza sativa as its botanical name. It feeds billions. It's a C3 plant that flourishes in warm, wet conditions, especially in Asia and West Africa. Think of it as the backbone of tropical food security. Next, we have the Z maize, popularly known as corn or maize. The Z maize is a C4 crop, which means it's super efficient at photosynthesis in high temperatures. It's versatile, that is, serves as food, fuel, and feeds. Next on the list, we have the cassava, the drought-resistant root crop, also known botanically as Manihot esculenta. It's a lifeline for smallholder farmers across tropical Africa and Latin America because it grows where other crops fail. Next on the list, we have the sugarcane, Saccharium species, the world's primary source of sugar, another C4 powerhouse that absolutely loves the heat. Brazil and India lead global production. Next on the list, we have the oil palm, the most efficient oil crop on earth. It produces more oil per hectare than any other crop. But with great productivity comes great responsibility for sustainable farming. Next, we have the cocoa, also known as Broma cacao as its botanical name, food of the gods. It grows in the shaded understory of tropical forests, primarily in West Africa. Every chocolate bar starts here. Next, we have the coffee, also known as Coffea species, is the economical engine for millions of tropical farmers. Arabica thrives at higher elevations, while Robusta in lower, hotter regions. Next, we have the banana, also known botanically as Musa species, the world's most exported fruit. Tropical countries dominate production, with Ecuador, the Philippines, and Colombia leading. Next, we have the mango, also known botanically as Magnifera indica, the king of fruits. Native to South Asia but now grown across all tropical regions. Over 1,000 variety exists. Last but not the least, to round up the tropical agricultural products, we have yam, known as the Diosora species, and sweet potato. They are staple root crops providing energy and nutrition for millions. Now, let's move over to the temperate region. The first on our list, we have the wheat. Wheat, also known botanically as Triticum species, which is the world's most widely cultivated grain. Spring and winter varieties adapt to cold temperatures, making it a true temperate staple. Next, we have the soybeans, also known as glycine max, the protein powerhouse. Temperate regions, especially the American Midwest, produce vast quantities. Next on our list, we have the potato, known botanically as Solanum tuberosum, the world's #1 non-grain food crop. Originated in the Edih but thrives in cooler temperate climates. Next, we have the apples. Apples, also known as Malus domestica as its botanical name, the iconic temperate fruits. China produces nearly half of the world's apples, but they grow best with a winter shield period. Next, we have the grapes, known botanically as Vitis vinifera. It's used for wine raising and fresh eating. Temperate regions with warm summers and cool nights produce the best qualities. Next, we have the barley, one of the oldest cultivated cereals. It's a seed tree crop perfect for cooler temperature or climates. Next on the list is the oats, also known botanically as Avena sativa, a cool season cereal that thrives in temperate zones. Nutritious breakfast staple and excellent livestock feed. Next, we have the sugar beets, also known as Beta vulgaris. It's a temperate agricultural answer to sugarcane. Grows in cooler regions across Europe, Russia, and the US. Next, we have the rapeseed, also known as canola, botanically called Brassica nepos, a major temperate oilseed crop. Produces healthy cooking oil and is a rotation partner with wheat. And last but not the least that rounds up the temperate list is onion, also known as Allium cepa, one of the most traded temperate vegetables globally. A cool season biennial grown as an annual. There you have it, the 10 top temperate and tropical crops. Also, let's look at the science behind the divide. Why this difference? It comes down to photosynthesis. See, 4 crops like maize, sugarcane, and sorghum evolves in the tropics. They have a carbon concentrating mechanism that makes them super efficient in high heat, droughts, and low carbon dioxide. See, 3 crops like wheat, rice, soybeans, and apples perform better in cooler, moist conditions. They actually face a challenge called photorespiration in high heat. And here is the mind-blowing fact. Tropical countries harbor a higher diversity of plant lineages than temperate countries because plant diversification happens more extensively there. That's why global trade matters. It connects these two complementary worlds. As an agricultural economics and an environmental control manager, I tell my students, farmers, or anybody that is into planting, know your zone and diversify strategically. For tropic farmers, one advice I'll give to them is leverage intercropping, like maize with a nitrogen feasting crop to maintain soil fertility while growing multiple crops. Then for my temperate farmers, I will advise them to rotate cereals with oil seeds to break pest circles and maintain soil health. Note, strategic growth beats random hustle. Remember to identify your top performing crops and maximize its potential. Tropical and temperate agriculture aren't competitors, they are complements. From rice paddies to wheat fields, from cocoa to apples, every region has unique gifts to share with the world. Which zone are you in? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss next week's lesson. See you on the farm. From Rita O. Edih, we say bye.